I welcome you all once again to this webinar series on civil engineering excellence. Friends, आज हम बात करेंगे construction joints at site, how it are provided. I am not talking about the regular construction joints. What I am talking about the from footing to column, column to beam, beam to slab, and all those types of joints which are coming at site. So I will just start from the bottom. See, after construction of the footing, the first our job comes is the stub column. So for that joint will come, stub column will rest over the foundation top. Now where precaution we need to take is the foundation top we need to finish in such a way that proper bond is available. Now generally designers what they suggest, they provide a groove in between the column for bond purpose. But my practical experience what it says, if there is a delay in casting of construction joint, this stub column, then lot of dust and dirt get deposited into that key, and then it is difficult to remove. Even the loose concrete particle which is very difficult to remove. So what my suggestion would be, you can talk to even your designer, don't provide the key. What you can do, the top of the foundation where the column will be resting, you can make it rough. Now how to make it rough? While green concrete is green, you can finish it, then again put a jali over that, and then remove the loose particles and put metal pieces inside, the aggregate pieces, big size aggregate pieces you can put, say 10-20 aggregate pieces depending on the column size for bond purpose. That way if you are finishing, your stub column and foundation joint will be proper. Now next, as we go up, the next layer is the plinth beam layer. Suppose typical like building की बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग, either residential or industrial any structures. So that is the next layer is the plinth beam bottom. Now what we should do is the stub column height should be adjusted in such a way that exactly it is touching the plinth beam bottom. Normally what otherwise people do, stub column, some whatever shutters are available, they will make that much, and then while fixing the plinth beam there will be a portion of 200 mm, 300 mm, then again they will put a small shutter, and site की लैंग्वेज में उसको हम लोग टोपी बोलते हैं. बट उसमें क्या होता है, आपका कॉलम का टॉप का फिनिश प्रॉपर नहीं होता है, एंड दैट विल बिकम ए वीक जॉइंट. So it is preferable to go up to the plinth beam bottom level. Again, while finishing this stub column top, same practice should be adopted there. Top should be made rough, remove all loose particles, and again insert the aggregate pieces into that. So again that joint will be proper. So this is, then you are coming in the plinth beam level. Now again similar practice we should adopt from plinth beam to floor column. Again plinth beam top, you should finish the column portion in a rough manner with aggregate pieces. Now general practice at site is what, at the plinth level they provide a starter for the next floor level. But my suggestion to all you people is the starter is a very weak point in the construction, and you should never use starter. What happens, starter size they use about say 100 millimeter or say 125 millimeter depending on the shutter size available. And what they do generally while going in the evening, whatever concrete is left over, they will fill up the starter with that, and then there will not be any curing of that. Finish will also be not there because you cannot vibrate the 100 thick or 125 thick concrete. So curing भी नहीं रहेगा, उसका finish अच्छा नहीं रहेगा, and it will become a weak part. So you should always avoid making a starter. Suppose in case it is required to do, sometimes these carpenters are not very conversant without starter. Sir column खड़ा करेंगे तो it will go out of plumb or out of line. So in that case, starter height should be minimum 300 to 400. Means it should be cast in a regular manner like your this regular column. And then again column top के ऊपर you should finish in the same way. Make a rough surface, insert pieces, this metal pieces for the bonding purpose. Then from there next column can be started. Now another thing is when floor column you are casting, see you check the floor height from plinth beam top to floor bottom, what is the height of the beam. And shutters should be made accordingly. Sometimes what happens is, sometimes designer they provide different size of floor beams. Say external floor beam may be say 760 or 800 or something. Internal beam may be of lesser size. But carpenter what they do, they make one single size of column shutters. So like generally that ply available is मार्केट में जो आपका 8x4 का प्लाई मिलता है, 8 feet by 4 feet. जनरली दैट कारपेंटर टॉक्स इन दी FPS यूनिट ओनली. 2.4 by 1.2 का प्लाई आपका मिलता है. What they do, they make the column shutters according to that side, and same size का column वो लोग कास्ट करेंगे साइड पे. Again when fixing the bottom of the floor slab, there will be a portion of 300, 200, again the same topi business they will do. So you should try to avoid that. If the difference in beam depth is not much, you can talk to your designer, request them to make all plinth beam, this floor beam bottom at one level from good construction point of view, quality, to improve the quality. In case that is not possible, and if your structure is big, then ask your carpenter to make different sizes of shutter so that you can avoid that bottom 200, 300 portion, because again same problem will be coming. So this precaution you need to take at the site. Now the most important part coming is the slab level. Slab level में आपको क्या होता है, sometimes if slab is long, you may have to provide a joint in the slab. It is not possible to cast in one day, or say depending on your availability of concrete, manpower, etc. So that joint, it is generally predetermined location. Designer provide the location where to be provided the construction joint. Normally it is provided at middle third of the span where the shear force bending moments are zero, that is point of contrafracture. But you talk to designer, find out the location, and then that joint, suppose joint in the beam, how you should provide, it should come in a L shape. Sometimes people go for the sloping manner. They simply pour the concrete flows in a 45 degree manner, 45 degree mein. That type of joint is very weak, you should never go for it, and then shear also develops there. You should not do that. You should provide the joint in a vertical and then take a horizontal, then vertical, like L shape. That type of joint you should provide. And slab joint, always you should provide in a vertical manner. No, don't provide again sloping joint. Vertical joint you provide, and when you are starting the next pour, that time all loose particles you should chip off, then you start the concreting. Before starting the concreting, for all these joint business, right from plinth beam bottom to top, that when you are starting the concreting, first you should pour the cement water in that location, then 1:3 cement mortar, fine sand you should take, and 1:3 cement mortar, some cement mortar you pour there, over that you pour the concrete. So your problem of that segregation, this honeycombing etc. will not be there. The cement water and mortar, that will take care of the things. So these are the precaution, friends, we must take at the site for the proper quality. Now the last comes the overhead water tank. Same problem comes with the overhead water tank. But overhead water tank में आपको एक और precaution क्या लेना है? Generally we provide when the bottom slab of the tank and vertical walls when start, there will be a water stop all around, because it is a water tank. So water stop, sometimes it is provided to stop the entry of water, this leakage from water, but if it is not provided properly, it becomes a source of leakage. How? See, water stop, when it is provided, it looks in a vertical fashion. Say beam का size, आपका wall का size about 200 है. In center we provide all around the water stop. If it is not properly fixed and tight in position while pouring the concrete, it will become flat or it will bend either side. And when you pour the concrete will not go there bottom, and that portion becomes a hollow portion. So water stop, if at all you are using, you ensure that water stop is fixed in position with U-type bar with very very close interval, so that whenever you are pouring the concrete or you are providing the vibration, water stop should not get disturbed. If that precaution you are taking, then there will not be a problem. And again, joint of wall, where should be? First you cast the bottom slab, and along with the bottom you should provide some 500 depth of wall also together, and there should be a haunch inside the tank, so that finish of that concrete will be proper, and you will get a thicker layer of concrete to avoid this leakage problem. So friends, these are the problems we must take at site while providing the joints in various sections. One by one we go. So this is all about the construction joints at sites. तो friends, आज के वीडियो में इतना ही. नेक्स्ट वीडियो में मैं आपसे बात करूँगा वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ क्रैक्स इन ग्रीन कंक्रीट एंड हाउ वी कैन अवॉइड दैट. सो आज की वीडियो में दोस्तों इतना ही. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग. थैंक यू.